Hi everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with your morning magpie. That's right, it's a special morning magpie on the Wembley weekend. As you can see by this lovely background here, make sure my hand doesn't disappear. That's as close as I'm going to get to Wembley sadly this weekend, but we're going to get stuck right into the news stories that's dominating Newcastle United this weekend. Obviously, Wembley is the biggest story in town. We're going to get stuck right into that right now. And as we said, Wembley's here. So it seems to have taken an age and a day, but we are finally here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here for the Carabao Cup Final against those bastards from Manchester in red. Revenge for 1999. I love this little artist picture here that we've pulled up on the screen. So I just had to pull that one back up, showing the key players. Obviously, Bruno versus Rashford. Maybe not. You know, Rashford appears to have thrown a little bit of doubt on his fitness in terms of his injury. Ten Hag has also said he might be injured. I think it's all a bit of smoke mirrors personally myself. I would just prepare to have Marcus Rashford in the Manchester United team. I'd be shocked if he wasn't. But we're going to go into this game. Manchester United are all cocksure themselves. They beat Barcelona last night in the Europa Cup, Europa League. Great result for them. Barca are not the force that they used to be, in all fairness. I think Newcastle United is a completely different game this weekend for Manchester United. A tie-in Manchester United as well. So I do think this might go in our favour. So let's hope that we can hit the ground running with the lads, really play with that kind of intensity and take the game to Manchester United. There'll be loads of wank fests in the media saying how brilliant Manchester United are and that they're back. You know, I nearly vomited on my shoes watching BT Sports for all the 5 minutes of the night. Thank God they haven't got coverage of the game this weekend that I'll be watching. Sky, mind you, might not be much better, but at least they won't have the entire 1999 treble-winning squad to commentate on how great Manchester United are. So speaking of media, the lads have been speaking to the media all week, really. Been some brilliant interviews. Obviously, we've seen Eddie Howe talk to the various media outlets. There's been a great couple of interviews from Sean Longstaff and Dan Byrne, obviously the two local lads in the starting lineup. Bruno spoke to the media about how happy he is to be back and what it means to play in a game of this magnitude. I've just watched an interview with Kieran Trippier this morning. Just every time that guy speaks, I just sit and listen. He's just brilliant. One of the best captains I think we've ever had. I love the fact that his family's are Manchester United fans as well. So I really hope that Kieran's finishing this game with a huge, big smile on his face at the end of full time. And I'm sure his family will support him no matter what. But it's very interesting to hear that Trips' family are all Man United fans. But it's a massive game. I think the lads have spoken really, really well. They're pumped for the game. You can see that they've got the desire in their eyes. And I think they're going to give it as best as they can, really, in this final. And I think we've got every chance to win this final. I don't believe in anybody writing us off. I think on our day, we're one of the hardest teams to play in the league. Eric Ten Hag has been a bit of a shithouse, accusing us of being shithouses in terms of wasting time. So he's already tried to start getting to the mind of Eddie Howe. But I think you have to get up a fair bit earlier than that, Ten Hag, to get into the mind of Eddie Howe. So, good luck with that, mate. I don't think he'll faze the great man. So he'll just stick his stall out, set his game plan, and crack on. Obviously, one of the biggest topics of conversation this week has been the goalkeeper. Karius is home, as I put in the tag there. So Loris Karius seems to be the name on everybody's lips. He looks just quite relaxed there and cool, doesn't he, in training? Seen some videos of him training, actually. Looked quite sharp. He looked quite good. Trippier was very good to obviously stick up for Karius and talk about how he's known him since the Manchester City Youth Academy and praise him for being a great keeper. Sean Longstaff also said he's played in much bigger games, and Sean Longstaff's played it. He's played in Champions League and everything else as well. And I think, Karius is a really good goalkeeper. There was one stat doing the rounds. I think he had the most clean sheets in the Champions League that year that they got beat in the final, which everyone remembers him for having a bit of a stinker. Goalkeepers have stinkers. Look at Nick Pope the other week. No one would ever thought Nick Pope would have had a mare like that, how well he's played, not just for Newcastle, but even when he was at Burnley as well. So goalkeepers are prone to howlers, unfortunately. And I think Karius will start between the sticks. I think he's got that big game experience edge over Mark Gillespie. I think Gillespie will obviously be on the bench. Massive for him as well, being a local lad, to be fair to him. So it'll be a huge day for Gillespie. But I think Karius will get the nod in between the sticks. And I'm backing him. I hope he has a really good game. And I hope he shuts a few of these naysayers up as well, because he's had a bit of an unfair shtick, I think, by the lazy media as Karius. So he might be able to ram it down a few throats if he has a cracking performance on Sunday. Some of the lads who look like they're going to come back into the side, the Joes are looking very, very good in training, looking like they're going to be fit. Here's a picture of them here. So both Joe Linton, who shook off that injury that he didn't want to come off with, I think it was a tight hamstring, possibly against Liverpool. And obviously, Joe Willock was the big one. He was the injury concern. He missed the Liverpool game with a hamstring injury. But Eddie Howe said he's in a race to be fit. He looks very happy there in training. So I think with Joe Willock, we talked about this on Wednesday, I think he'll start on the bench. But it's a great impact player to come off the bench alongside Alexander Isak. Pace, energy, can get himself in good positions. And we know Joe Willock can pop up with a goal. So if we are looking for a goal, then I think Joe Willock can certainly pop up with a goal, which I think would be fantastic. Certainly if we're needing it in the last kind of 20 minutes of a game as well, which will be massively needed. Another good bit of news in the lead up to this game: Miguel Almiron has signed a new deal with Newcastle United. So there is Miggy there. He's absolutely buzzing to sign a new deal. I think it's a 3.5-year deal that he signed with the club. So buzzing for Miggy. He's had the best season he's ever had in his career, arguably. He was quoted in saying that he's always felt at home in Newcastle. He praised the fans, loves playing for the club. And Eddie Howe said he's an integral part of what we're doing here, and he's really excited to enjoy the journey with Miggy. So massive congrats to Miggy. I think he well deserves it. A lot of people are talking about Miggy making way for new players. Before the season started, he's proved everybody wrong. I suppose never doubted him. We've all doubted him at one point in time, I'm pretty sure. But I think Miggy showed his worth in this team. His energy is going to be key on Sunday. So signing that new deal as well, and penning his future down with Newcastle United is a brilliant thing for Miggy. So we're all happy for Miggy. It's absolutely fantastic. So somebody else we're going to be happy for is some happy birthday messages as well. So we have got a few happy birthday messages for some of the lads. I've smashed them all together here in one photo because it was just easier, to be honest with you. So it's a happy birthday to the serial waiver that is Jacob Murphy, our new flash Anthony Gordon, who sadly can't play this weekend. It would have been good to see Gordon in this final. And Ryan Fraser. Just a little bit on Fraser. Obviously, we do wish you a happy birthday, Ryan, but it sounds like Ryan Fraser might not be part of this squad moving forward. I think he's training with the reserves as it goes, and it looks like possibly Ryan Fraser might be making way in the summer. He's done all right for us. I'm not going to sit here and say he's been brilliant because he hasn't. But when we needed him, he's popped up, and I think Ryan's got a lot to offer somebody else. If his future doesn't lie at Newcastle United. So somebody who is at Newcastle United, and I don't think he's going anywhere, hopefully not, is Graeme Jones. So something that Graeme Jones has done, and a massive well done to Graeme, is raise the money for charity. So we've seen the lads all suited and booted. Dan Byrne has his suit measured. Wasn't one for the cup final, it was for this. So Graeme Jones has continued his local support for St Oswald's Hospice, managing to raise £68,000, which is unbelievable. The first team squad joined him there, as did obviously Eddie Howe and Gareth Southgate as well. So that's a phenomenal job by Graeme Jones. So massive respect to Graeme and the lads for turning out and doing that for a worthwhile cause as well, which was absolutely fantastic. And we're just about to wrap up, but there's just one last thing to say in this morning Magpie, and it's just simply bring it home, lads. Bring this cup home with black and white ribbons on it. We've been gasping for a trophy for years. We haven't been to a final for 20 odd years. We've been gasping for a trophy since the 60s. You have the time to do it now, lads. Bring this home. Just picture that trophy in black and white ribbons, and we'll be absolutely buzzing if you can bring it back. As I said, I'm sadly not in Wembley. This is as close as I'm going to get to it, but a lot of the Evermore crew are down there, so I hope they have a fantastic weekend. I'm sure we'll get play-by-play how this game is going. If we do win, we might need to send a search party for PK. He might go missing on a bender for a week and a half, but it's going to be an amazing weekend for Newcastle fans, no matter what. We'll take over Trafalgar Square. We'll take over London, I'm pretty sure, and just have a fantastic weekend. Whatever you're doing, Magpies, look after yourself, stay safe, enjoy that game, and just let's just hope that we manage to win it. So signing off here, just a little reminder: if this is the kind of thing that you like, please click that subscribe button. We'd love you to come and join us. We're on just over 2,500 subscribers. Loads of room for you. We're trying to aim for 3,000, so smash that button. We've got a little cheeky prize for getting to 3,000, so smash that button. Come and join us, guys, and you might be the 3,000th, and you might win that prize as well. But if you can too, smash a like in the video. It really helps get it around YouTube. And as I said, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and whatever you're doing, have a cracking morning, Magpies, and have an even better Sunday afternoon. We'll see you later.